Let's look at the Spyderco Spy-DK. That stands for Denmark knife or Danish knife, I'm not sure which one, but anyway, it was designed at the time to comply with Danish knife laws, which I think at the time it was illegal to carry a knife over 2.5 inches and a knife that you could open with one hand. Now I think that's changed, but I don't really know much about Danish knife laws, so I'm not going to get into that. But obviously, much like the Spyderco UK PK, which we've got right here, the DK was designed to cater to a specific market, just like the UK PK or UK penknife was designed to cater to the UK market. This DK is for the Danish market. Now, this knife has a blade length of around 2.5 inches, and you're only supposed to be able to open it with two hands, you know, in a sort of pinch grip like this. Somewhat similar, in a somewhat similar way as you would open a Swiss Army knife or a much older sort of style knife, but as you can see here, you can actually open it with one hand. So if you're in a country where it's illegal to carry a one-handed opening knife, you might want to consider that if you're considering the DK. Now, like the UK PK and like most Swiss Army knives, this is a slip joint, meaning we've got a spring here and there is no lock, so it's held open by a spring. So because it's 2.5 inches long and there's no lock, the vast majority of countries in the world you can carry this, including most European countries, and of course you could legally carry it in the UK, which is great for folks like me because our knife laws absolutely suck. So this, as far as I'm aware, came in two different colours. Obviously you've got this orange colour, which is pretty bright, it's actually pretty attractive, and it came in the black like the UK PK here. I don't remember what material this is, whether it's FRN or G10. I'm personally not too fussed, so I'm really sorry I don't have that information. We've got a sort of leaf shaped blade, pretty similar again to the standard UK PK. Now you'll notice that the UK PK has a much, you know, wider thumb hole than the DK. Again, that's to prevent you from being able to open it with one hand, but that's just Spyderco's thing. They've always got the hole in their knife. In fact, let's have a look here. You can see this one is made in Italy, and there is the knife steel, if that's important to you. As I always say, it's not really important to me. Now, for the length of the blade, it's got a pretty decent stocking. It's pretty, you know, the spine is decently thick. It is a flat ground knife and it is reasonably sharp. It could be a lot sharper, of course. I'm personally not willing to sharpen it in case I get the blade all scratched up, because as much as I can sharpen a knife, sometimes it gets the blade scratched, and I've never actually used this, and these are slightly pricey. I mean, I think at the time I paid about £50 for this, and I think the price have gone up, so I like to keep it in good condition. Of course, you've got the pocket clip, as you do with most Spydercos. It's left or right handed to carry, but it's, you know, tip up only. Like most UK compliant Spydercos, it's got the choil, which is one of those things that I'm a big fan of. I mean, it really does lock the knife into your hand, and there's no chance of this closing on you if you're using it properly. If you're holding it in the correct position with your finger there in the choil, it's going nowhere. So this makes it a very, very safe knife to use. Because of that blade shape, it comes to a really, I mean, that's a really fine point there. Now, although this is a legal to carry knife in most countries, including here in Britain, I don't think the police would approve of this, if you know what I mean. Like, excuse me. Although it does comply with UK knife laws, this is a rather mean looking knife. Now, to me it's just a knife, but to people who don't carry knives, people who don't understand knives, people who don't like knives, etc., they're not going to be a fan of this. So it's not a very friendly knife, even though you legally can carry it, so be mindful of where you're taking that. Personally, if it was me, I wouldn't want to take this into a city, and I really wouldn't want to use this in view of the public. Now, for comparison, we have a Victorinox Spartan, because the Victorinox Spartan is a 91mm or a 93mm, I can't remember, but a very common Swiss Army knife, so Spartan for scale. In my opinion, honestly, it's better to carry a Swiss Army knife over something like this, because excuse me, because a Swiss Army knife is so much more friendly. So what could you do with a knife like this? Well, I've not really found much of a use for it. I mean, to me, woodworking isn't much of an option. Suppose you could if you really wanted to. I think this is a very, very general purpose knife. Opening packages, I think you would be okay cutting fruit with it. Opening letters, etc. Camping, maybe not so much. A work knife, I suppose so, depending on what you're doing. But I think this is a good option for a UK legal knife. So I suppose that concludes my video. So thank you for watching. Any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section, because I try to reply to as many as I can. Thank you for watching.